Hello, Ivanka, how are you?
I'm great. I went to school
I'm glad to hear that. And how was school?
School was great.
It was great. Can you tell me what did you do in school?
I did what you usually do. Like do homework, listen to classes, and do homework and listen to classes.
Okay, just the usual. Okay. And tell me about Halloween.
It was nice.
Just nice. Did you like your costume? You were a fox, right? As far as I can remember.
Oh. Yep.
Okay. So did you have fun? Did you went trick-or-treating? Did you get a lot of sweets?
Yep.
Well, you know what? I didn't go trick-or-treating, but a lot of kids came to my home and they asked for sweets. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna prepare sweets. And I prepared them, but after like 20 minutes, I was left with no candy. Like 20 minutes of trick-or-treating and kids took them all. So yeah, I was a little underprepared, so to speak. So yeah, that was that. So tell me, what's the weather like today in China?
It's cool. Like very cool.
Very cold.
No, it's like cool.
And it's cold, okay. It's 6:32 p.m. in China, is it?
Wait, let me take a look. I think so.
Okay. Very well. So it's the evening, so to speak. Very well. Tell me, Ivanka, how was your weekend? What did you do for the weekend?
Well, I went to give away everything I have with some other kids, and then we get 900 yen, and then we sell, and then basically they donate it to kids that are like very poor, or their mother or their father like died or something, or they're like ill, like extremely ill.
Oh, well, that's a very nice thing you did. That's actually very incredible. Very good. Good. It's amazing that you're involved in something like that at such a young age. I'm glad that they are doing that they're making projects like that where you can see how other kids and how other people live their lives, and that you are able to help people in need. Tell me, Ivanka, do you remember what we did in our previous class, in the last class? Do you remember?
Just a moment. There's something wrong.
Okay, waiting.
So, we did some exercises with the what so and stuff like that. I mean, like so.
Yes, we did exercises with that. We did exercises with conjunctions.
Yeah,
That's how we called those words we practiced.
Okay.
Yes. So we have, as you remember, we have a few different conjunctions that we can use in sentences and stuff like that. And we explained some of these words that you can see on screen. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yes, and the last word we explained is this one, apothecary.
Apothecary.
Yes. Can you tell me, do you remember what that word means?
It's like a place where like it sells medicine.
Yes, it is a place where they sell medicine, correct? But as I mentioned, apothecary is a word that is often only used in academic words or like in essays, in some older writings and stuff like that, especially in books that are related to history or that discuss or talk about history, or just vintage writings. This is the word we basically don't use as much anymore. We call it pharmacy today. Today, that is pharmacy. Pharmacy.
Okay.
So yes, because we explained that, let's move on to the next word. This word is really interesting if you ask me, but can you tell me, do you know what this word means and how to read it?
Go.
One more time.
Illegal.
Illegal. Okay, so look at this. It says magic outside of school was strictly forbidden, making any unauthorized spell casting illegal. Can you tell me, can you describe what this means? Of course, we do have a definition here. It says not allowed by the law. But can you tell me, what is illegal?
Illegal is like you do something that will send you to jail.
Yes, very good. I like that. That's a pretty spot on explanation.
Like for example, you eat you eat 10 hummingbirds.
Wow, that's a really interesting example. I did not expect that one, but it is true. So yes, good example. Look at this. We have a prefix here, because if we didn't have a prefix, then what word would we have? What is this word? Illegal, which has the exact opposite meaning of illegal. So we have some opposites. Of course, this is the prefix. And if we focus on the morpheme part, it says ill, it's prefix, which means what?
Not.
Not. Very well. Very good. So yes, you learned what that means. I mean, you already knew what that means, but okay, let's just go over that word one more time. And now we have a word that is pretty easy, very common word. It's this one. How do we read it?
Visible.
Visible. What is visible?
To see.
Can you tell me?
Like you can see.
To see, yes. Very good. For example, I can say Shanghai Tower is visible from all over the Shanghai city. So yes, you can see it from literally every part of Shanghai, because it's very tall, right? It's a big building. Again, this is a morpheme word that we can build from roots. This root, this, it means to see.
Yep.
It's sometimes important to focus on the roots of the words. Why? Because as this says, they have ancient origins. Often, in the words we use today, especially in English language, we kept a lot of those roots from a very, very long time ago, which means we kept them from their ancient origins. Now, can you tell me what's visible give me an example in a sentence. Use it in a sentence.
The car is visible if it shines a light in the dark.
Just let's change the word order. Start with in the dark.
In dark, the car is visible when it flashes a light.
Yes, that's much better. Okay, let's go to the last one and we can have some exercises, okay? Look at this. We have the word ruffled. This word is used, yes, it's used today. It could be seen in some academic writings. However, we use it to this day. It has a definition. Can you read the definition for me, please?
The definition is disrupted, agitated, or having
Disturbed,
agitated, or having having one's
composure, disrupted. Very good. Okay. Now, there was a little trouble with reading some of those words. Do you know the meaning of these words?
Disturbed is like kind of like being uncomfortable. Agitated.
Yes, we could say it like that. Yes.
Like a little bit like worried. And disrupted.
Yes.
Is like disrupted is like maybe something is like maybe it has two. I know it has two meanings. I don't know if one of the meanings is right, but the first meaning is like it has like something like something on the computer is not connected to something.
Okay.
Like it's kind of like corrupted. And
okay.
A people is like very disturbed or something.
Okay, so yes, I liked all of the explanations and I liked how you logically tried to go to a place where you can explain stuff to me. That was pretty smart from your side, not gonna lie. That was quick and clever. Yes, you almost got all of the meanings to a gist. However, I do prefer to give my students my explanations. So if you want, I can share my explanations with you, okay? Okay, so I will give you, it's gonna be visual, so it's gonna be easier for you to comprehend and memorize. In just a moment, I will upload my words that I have here. And here they are. So let's learn something new, shall we?
Okay.
Okay, for disturbed. Disturbed.
Worried or emotionally troubled. Sometimes also means that something was interrupted. Example, she looked disturbed after hearing bad news. She looked worried or upset. The noise disturbed the baby and interrupted the baby's sleep. In Harry Potter, yes. Professor McGonagall looked distinctly ruffled. And this is similar to disturbed, meaning her calmness was broken or interrupted.
Nice, very good. That was a good reading of this. And I can tell you read with comprehension, which is very important. But now, for the second part, we have this.
Agitated. When
Okay.
they're nervous, upset, or excited, you can see it in someone's movements or behavior. Examples: he became agitated when he couldn't find his wand. He sat moving quickly or speaking nervously. The crowd grew agitated before the match started. People became noisy, restless, excited. I think of agitated as emotionally shaken. You can almost see the environment or nervous energy.
Very well. And you can almost see the movement or nervous energy. So agitated people will move. They will move. And you can see when you look at them that they're agitated. All right. Well done. Good job. Now let's look at this. Let's read this. Disrupted.
Disrupted. Meaning stop from counting normally. Someone is broken or interrupted. Examples: the meeting was disturbed by loud noises.
Disrupted.
It couldn't continue smoothly. The spell disrupted the quiet of the night. It broke the calm. Disrupted usually describes an event, process, or system, not a person.
Nice. And that was the thing you tried to tell me, right? By explaining the part with like computers or a computer process, and you were very correct about that. Good work on that one. Yes. So you actually wanted to say that the process was disrupted within a computer system, which is a very smart way of thinking. So good job on that one. Okay, finally, I have a table. We're not gonna read this. This is just for you to remember it. I summarized it for you so it can be easier to understand. Okay, we have a word, meaning, what it usually describes, and an example. I can send this to you in a chat so you can practice, all right?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that now, and we can move on with the book, with our material for today. Okay, sent. Very well. Now let's look at this. We finished all of those words, all of these words, and I wanted to just go over something else if you are ready and if you want. I prepared some exercises for us where we can combine some sentences using conjunctions to make them one sentence, okay?
Okay.
So this is pretty easy. I'm going to give you the answers. So I just want to see how well you will do. I'm going to change our background classroom for a second. Okay, let's do this. Let's try this way. Maybe bigger. Okay. Let's look at this. We have exercise 2 because I made few of them. This is the easiest one. You have a task. It says, combine each pair of short sentences into one complex sentence using the given conjunction. Look at this, the first sentence. Harry wanted to help Hagrid. He didn't know what to say.
Although he didn't know
Where?
what to say?
So you would put it here, right? Would you do it like this?
Yeah.
Okay, then that would be correct. Okay, let's look at the second sentence. Can you read it?
hard. She wanted to become the best student. In order to become the best student.
Bravo. So in order to become best student, Hermione studied hard, or Hermione studied hard in order to become a best student. Very good. Great job. Let's look at this one.
Ron was eating breakfast. His owl brought a letter. While his owl brought a letter, Ron was eating breakfast. Or Ron was eating breakfast while his owl brought a letter.
Could be, but not really. While we use for an action that is happening right now. And we have an action that is happening right now. How do we know it's happening right now? Because we have ing. So while Ron was eating breakfast, his owl brought a letter. Okay?
Okay.
So while we will put it here. Let's look at this sentence over here.
The Dursleys were angry. The house was full because the house was full of owls. Or the
Yes.
house was full. I think it's just that.
Yes, it is. The Dursleys were angry because the house was full of owls. It's pretty clear. Good job, yes. And the last one,
Draco was proud.
Draco.
Draco was proud. He often looked down on others. Since he often looked down on others, Draco was proud.
But look at this. Since Draco was proud, he often looked down on others. It makes more sense this way, don't you think? Because since he was proud, he looked down on others. If we say Draco was proud since he often looked down on others, yes, that could be correct. But for this to be perfect, we will put it in the beginning. Why? Because then it tells us that because of this, he does this. So, because Draco was proud, he often looked down on others. So, since is telling us that since Draco was proud, he often looked down on others. Okay, that was very good. Good work today in the class. Good job. I'm very satisfied. Now, tell me, do you have any questions for me, maybe?
No.
None at all. Not a single one. Okay, I'll take it. If you do have any questions now or in the future, you can always ask me, okay? Don't hold back.
Okay.
Okay. We will do some exercises in our next class regarding all of those things that we did today. I recommend you practice, and I know you have other English classes, which is very good. That is going to help you a lot with your spoken English and other parts of the English development that are very important. Now, I wanted to ask you, since we are always talking about the magic world, if you were to have magical powers, what would you do with them?
I would make tacos without using my hands with them.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, well, I thought your answer was gonna be I would like fly or something, because mostly my students tell me, oh, I would fly. I would, I don't know, turn myself into a cat or something. But I like your answer too. It's very, very interesting. For example, I would fly, if I had powers, and I would try to turn my pets into humans, not myself into a cat.
Oh.
Yeah, I find that rather amusing.
A human that doesn't know how to speak.
Yeah, well, that could be a problem, I mean, but no, I like it. Okay, Ivanka, we've come to the end of our class today. Have a nice evening, and I will see you in the next one, okay?
Okay, goodbye. See you next time.
See you next time. Bye bye.